Hi, my sweet following friends. How are you? I'm going to make just a very simple and easy, delicious soup today. We're going to make Zuppa Toscana, which I'm sure most of you know. Zuppa is simply soup in Italian. And Toscana just represents the Tuscany area, the Tuscany, if you will, cooking methods, etc. Those things that are so beautifully incorporated in Italy. Many of you are from there. Many of you are Italian. Many of you are amazing. And I absolutely hail you because I love Italian food. And I was born Scottish. But that's okay. No one loves it as much as we do. So in this pan, I simply have 3 tablespoons of very good extra virgin olive oil and 1 pound and about 1/4 of good sausage. To this, I'm going to add some Italian seasonings and a little bit of cracked red pepper because I like that extra bite. So let's do that. All right, I have our sausage in here beginning to brown. Now I'm going to use these seasonings only on my sausage. Now this is a wonderful breakfast sausage, Italian style, but I don't ever find it Italian enough. So I season my sausage with simple things. I'm going to use Italian seasoning. Because my sausage is moist, I'm not going to hand grind my dry herbs in because that will take away the meat. So this is oregano. I like a little of oregano. Here are my red pepper flakes. We like that. If you've been with me any time at all, you know that. I'm going to add fresh garlic, but I just want you to know I'm going to season my sausage with a little garlic as well. So about 1 tablespoon of garlic and about 1/2 teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of each of the other spices, depending how spicy you like your stuff. Now at any given moment, you notice I put an apron on because I'm a mess, or will be. At any given moment, you could hear the dogs doing what they should not be doing when I'm trying to do a video. So hopefully they'll be good. Selah, our big girl, is watching the baby, the puppy. And I'm not so sure she does a great job, but she's going to do it. So we've got our sausages going to this. Now that we've seasoned and it's starting to break down, we're going to add 1 medium chopped onion. You can use a small if you like. I just use a medium. And we're going to just cook it with our sausage and just saute it until it's nice and translucent. All right, toward the end of our cooking our sausage and onion, I turned up the heat because I want a little bit of crustiness, a little bit of brown on some of the sausage and the onion because that's going to later give us the flavor we want. All right, while our soup is crusting up over there, our sausage and our onion, I just wanted to show you I have 2 large cloves of garlic. Now, I freeze my garlic, my fresh garlic, so they will look brown to you. But I want you to notice, if you can, how absolutely huge these garlic pieces are. Look at that. They're huge. These are from Pregatzer Farms here in Michigan and Jackson. So if you've not been out to Pregatzer, I hope you'll go, because they are amazing, amazing people and amazing farmers market, as much as anyone could be and more. So here we're going to just mince these up, okay? All right, I'm going to try and show you this little bit of brown bit in my pan, if you can. See the brown in the bottom? That's what we want, okay? We want that. I have my heat off, and we're just going to add now to this our garlic, because we don't want to burn our garlic. We just want to softly add it and cook it in. So I'm going to turn our heat back on to medium. I'm going to scrape the bottom of our pan with my spatula spoon. The oil that you see is not from the sausage. The sausage was extremely lean. The oil is from the very wonderful and good quality extra virgin olive oil that we want in this soup. This is an Italian soup. Italian people, as you know, use wonderful, delicious, amazing olive oil. So we are using that, and it is absolutely a stunning sight. We're just going to cook slowly our garlic into our soup. And before anyone gets on me about being original, etc., this isn't about being original. This is Zuppa Toscana, which is soup in a various form of Tuscany region. So let's do that as we feel is right. I was taught by several 4- and 5-generation Italian women how to cook many Italian foods. And I'm very proud of that, very blessed especially. And I have served thousands. Many of you don't know this, but Darlene Hubbs was in the Air Force for 15 years, and I've served thousands of young airmen coming into the military, leaving their mamas and their dads and their families, and serving them meal after meal, preparing them and loving on them. So I take great pride in my cooking because I know that I have the years behind it. I have the experience behind it. And I am thankful for that, but mostly for the memories that I cherish. When I did my cookbook a few years back, that tells that whole story about our lives, basically. And no, I don't have any copies, so don't ask. I need to do a reprint. It sold out twice, and I've not done a reprint, but we will. Meanwhile, we're going to make this Zuppa Toscana. All right, I've lowered our heat. Here I have 4½ cups of cubed Yukon Gold potatoes. You can use russets, you can slice them thin, you can cut them any way you like. I have cubed them. And I'm going to actually brown them a bit in with our onion and our sausage, just for a little flavor before we add the rest of our ingredients. Remember, layers and layers of flavor. So we're now going to add more of our seasoning. I'm going to add more of our Italian seasoning. About a tablespoon of a good Italian seasoning. This is my good oregano, which I absolutely love, out of my garden. And a few more red pepper flakes, just like so. So we're going to get all of these bits off of the bottom of this pan. We're going to get them onto those potatoes. All right, the other reason that I added my potato cubes to my meat and to my onion and garlic is because I'm still getting the aromatics from that garlic, and I want these potatoes to absorb some of that incredible oil and meat flavor from the sausage. Remember, if you've been with me, you know I believe everyone should get something amazingly delicious in every bite, and I believe that. We're going to add chicken stock now. All right, we've added 6½ cups of chicken stock. I'm going to add a little more Italian seasoning, layer by layer, remember? So another teaspoon. All right, I'm going to add just a bit more of oregano. Now I'm going to add just a little bit, 1 tablespoon of real salted butter. Forgive my head. And I have an end piece to delicious Parmesan Reggiano cheese that I'm going to add in here as well to simmer. Changed my mind. I have a larger block. I've added butter. This is our Parmesan Reggiano. It's the real deal, kids. We're going to put that right down into our broth, like so. And I am going to put the lid on this. I'm going to let it cook until the potatoes are tender. The cheese has melted. Now I'm going to add one more thing. This is optional. This is something that is not traditional. all right? But we love, you can add, Zuppa Toscana has vegetables of all kinds in it. It's okay. We are going to add a can of chickpeas that I've drained and rinsed and drained again. That's what I love. So that's what we do. And in the end, we'll add another goodie, the final. All right, my friends, I want you to see I have added 4 cups of kale chopped to this soup. Now I used frozen kale because I didn't want to get out, just to get fresh. It's going to simmer. I'm going to put the lid on it. Our Parmesan wedge is in there. See that beauty? It's going to work. We're going to have that. This is all going to cook down to perfection. I trust myself. If I can get this up here. There we go. There we go. Now, when this is done, almost, after it's heated, I'm going to add 2 cups of whole milk. You can use heavy cream if you like. It's okay. I love heavy cream. I don't have any, but it's going to be just as good. So I'm going to put the lid on, and don't anybody say you need a bigger pot. No, I don't. This is the pot I love to use for this soup. The potatoes will tenderize, the broth will come fold, and the kale, and we'll put in that cream or that milk, and it's going to be absolutely decadent. I promise. Darlin Hubs is so happy we're having this tonight. So let me turn our heat down. Let those potatoes simmer for a little while till they're nice and tender. And I will see you in my little world of Tuscany later on tonight. Love you. Try this. It's amazing. It really, truly is. I trust those who have taught me well. See you soon. Love you. Keep praying for those people in the path of the storm. Keep praying. We're all in the path of a storm at some point, so know how they feel. I love you. God loves you. See you soon.